New details tonight out of Janesville following a fatal mobile home fire that left 2 people dead. What we've learned about the victims just ahead. Also, a beloved Southern California mountain lion is euthanized following years of making the Hollywood Hills its home. Why wildlife officials say P-22 had to be put down. That's all coming up right now at 10. Good evening, everyone, and thanks for joining us tonight. I'm McKenna Alexander. We're learning new details about the 2 people killed in a fatal mobile home fire yesterday afternoon in Janesville. As fire officials continue working to learn what caused the mobile home to catch fire, our Andrew Manstrom traveled to Janesville today, where he learned more about the 2 victims killed.
A mother and daughter died in a Janesville house fire on Friday. While the cause is under investigation, foul play is not suspected. On the day of the fire, one victim asked her boyfriend, who also lived in the home, to bring her lunch. When he returned to work at McDonald's, he received the call. Janesville Fire says the home was engulfed in flames by the time they arrived.
The crews, first arriving crews, made it a very heroic effort in attempting to get inside and locate the victims. Unfortunately, they were driven out by fire and heat. Initially, they were able to get back in within minutes.
They pulled one victim from the home who later died in the hospital, while the other victim had already succumbed to injuries. Neighbors say the daughter escaped from the burning home, but re-entered in an attempt to save her mother. When I met the boyfriend today, he was grieving and retrieving his belongings from the home that's now been deemed a total loss. The boyfriend was with his co-workers, hands charged, salvaging what they could. He didn't want to speak on camera, saying the victim was a private person. He wanted to respect her, saying she was the best person in the world. Through the rubble, they found a rosary and the ring he had given to his girlfriend. In Janesville, Andrew Banstra, News 3 Now.
An update now into the Watertown house fire from last week. Tonight, funeral services were held for the 3 siblings killed. So far, there's been no word on what caused that fire, which broke out shortly after midnight on December 9th. A GoFundMe to help support the family of the victims has raised nearly $40,000. If you'd like to donate, we've included a link to the GoFundMe page on channel3000.com. Let's get a look at your certified most accurate forecast with meteorologist Alex Harrington making his weekend debut. Alex, you look great on cam, but you look a little cold out there right now.
It's icy out here, McKenna. Welcome to my polar patio. That's what I'm calling it now. Let's take a look at the temperatures outside right now. It's chilly out here. I can attest to that. We're sitting at 20 degrees in Madison, 18 out towards Lone Rock, 18 up towards Camp Douglas and off to the east in Waukesha, 19 degrees. But that's not what it feels like outside. The wind chill, that's the feels like factor. It's 10 feeling in Madison. Oof. Look at Viroqua at 3. It only feels like 3 up there. Oh boy, these wind chills are a chilly one. Temperatures tonight are going to continue to tumble on down to 12 degrees. I think we'll get there as skies start to clear as we head towards the morning. But boy, oh boy, there's more cold weather in the forecast. We'll talk all about that coming up in Maine weather. Back to you in the warmer studio, McKenna.
I am warm in here. Thanks, Alec. And if you couldn't tell from that forecast, we're just 4 days away from the winter solstice, the darkest day of the year. At Wisconsin Brewing Company in Verona tonight, they were celebrating the solstice with a little party. The brewery crafted 3 brews for the party, but it's not just a party, it's also a Red Cross fundraiser. Dominic Rote is a local runner who's qualified for the 2023 Boston Marathon as a member of the Red Cross charity team. He's raising money to earn a bib so he can race in April, running in honor of his grandma, who passed away earlier this year.
To honor her memory, I decided to raise money for the American Red Cross to get a bib to the Boston Marathon.
Wisconsin Brewing Company has an event today. They're releasing some new beers. We are also doing a silent auction, chili fundraiser, and a 50-50 raffle today.
Rote is hoping to fundraise $10,000 for the American Red Cross to get his bib so that he can race next spring. It's the last full weekend to take care of holiday shopping. And to help gift buyers, the UW-Madison Art Department hosted its annual holiday sale with plenty of items making for great presents for the art lover in your life. All the pieces available come from undergraduate and graduate UW art students who set their own prices for their artwork. We're talking printed cards, paintings, ceramics, glasswork, and so much more. One of the cool things about today's sale was people had the opportunity to blow their own glass ornament, taught by a student glass blowing club.
Our glass comes out of a furnace of about 2,000 degrees, so it's super hot, super kind of liquidy when we're working with it.
It did cost $50 to blow your own ornament, and you did have to sign up ahead of time, as it was on a first-come, first-served basis. Across the U.S. and Texas, the mayor of El Paso has declared a state of emergency to address the surge in migrants crossing the southern border. It comes as a federal health order, known as Title 42, is set to expire Wednesday. That order was used during the pandemic to quickly expel migrants. The town's mayor now says the influx of migrants is straining city resources, with the declaration coming in response to protect those seeking asylum.
I said from the beginning that I would call it when I felt that either our asylum seekers or our community was not safe, and I really believe that today our asylum seekers are not safe.
The declaration is in effect for 7 days, after which the City Council will decide to extend the order beyond next Saturday, Christmas Eve. Brand new at 10, there is no wild mountain lion roaming the hills of Los Angeles tonight, as P-22 was euthanized today. The popular puma was captured Monday using a dart, with authorities saying the lion was in bad shape. The suspected vehicle hit the animal prior to its capture, with an exam revealing the cat was suffering from a number of problems, including irreversible kidney disease. He was put to sleep this morning at the age of 12.
And although he's, physically not with us anymore in spirit, he's P-22 is going to contribute to multiple research studies, genetics, reproduction, and health to benefit both Los Angeles's and California's mountain lions.
P-22 had become a celebrity of sorts over the past decade, once the lion was even photographed beneath the famous Hollywood sign. P-22 also symbolized an effort to save California's threatened puma population. Across the state, there was a special birthday celebration in Pewaukee last night for a 5-year-old girl suffering from terminal cancer. Neighbors and friends there came together to show their love for Delaney Krings.
It's amazing, and there's so many great people out there doing so much for us. You're really happy to see it, but you wish it wasn't your kid.
A parade of hundreds for one special 5-year-old on her special day.
It's her last one.
It's hers.
Delaney Kring's last birthday. In October, a trip to the ER for an ear infection would become the moment doctors told Delaney's parents she had just weeks to live. It was brain cancer, and it was terminal. Crushing news for a little girl so full of life.
Brain cancer is terrible because if you look at a person as a puzzle, as a jigsaw puzzle, brain cancer is that one thing that takes one piece away every day, and sometimes it's really sneaky or sometimes it's really obvious, but it's unfortunately a pretty steady decline.
Delaney's mom says she's a daddy's girl. So from the window in Pewaukee, in her father's arms, Delaney could lift an eyelid with her finger to see the outpouring of love organized by a stranger.
So you didn't even know Delaney before this? This is something you had to do?
Yep, this is just something we had to do.
One little girl with the power to touch the lives of many. Sharon Tomlinson asked for birthday cards for Delaney, and from around the world, 15,000 came pouring in.
Delaney's not going to be around for much longer, so having everybody come together to make this the best event possible and hopefully put a smile not just on her face, but the family's face.
She'll smile the right side of her face.
While Delaney watches the parade, her parents watch an invisible clock, cherishing every second they have.
Hopefully Christmas she'll make it.
Parade organizers say the outpouring of love for Delaney has helped bring their community together. Still tonight at 10, it's a day to remember the fallen and honor those who serve, with wreath-laying ceremonies taking place across the country.
You are a friend, a neighbor, a family at heart. We are Gruber Law Offices, your ally and your advocate. If you've been injured in a trucking accident, you need Gruber Law Offices to fight for you. One call, that's all.
Those brave men and women of our armed forces, generations of them. Why should today's burdens fall back onto them? They were there for us. Now let's be there for them. Your local Wisconsin energy providers and the Keep Wisconsin Warm Cool Fund are working together to deliver Wisconsin veterans in crisis heat, power, and help staying in their home. But they can't do it alone. Call to donate today.
Guys, it's time to stop treating your groins like junk. Introducing the new Intimate Pubic Hair Trimmer from Gillette. It's not junk, so treat it right with a gentle and easy shave from America's #1 trusted men's grooming brand. Respect your pubic region with Gillette Intimate.
When cold symptoms keep you up, try Vicks NyQuil Severe. Just one dose starts to relieve 9 of your worst cold and flu symptoms to help take you from 9 to 9. For max strength nighttime relief, NyQuil Severe. The nighttime sniffling, sneezing, coughing, sore throat, best sleep with a cold, Madison.
Spectrum just launched Spectrum One, where Spectrum Internet, advanced Wi-Fi, and unlimited mobile come together to keep you seamlessly connected wherever you are! Why did you switch?
Because Spectrum Internet delivers the fastest download speeds in the nation.
And the advanced Wi-Fi has enhanced security and privacy features that automatically block online threats.
How reliable is Spectrum Mobile?
It's a super reliable service coast to coast.
Switch to Spectrum One and get internet for $49.99 a month, plus free advanced Wi-Fi and 1 free line of unlimited mobile. Call 1-833-861-4999.
This weekend, it's Hy-Vee's Big Pop Sale, Friday through Sunday, featuring 6-packs of your favorite Pepsi products, just $1.99. You heard that right, 6-packs for only $1.99. Pepsi, Diet Pepsi, Cherry Pepsi, Mountain Dew, Mug Root Beer, Sierra Mist, Orange Crush, and more. This weekend, all just $1.99 a 6-pack. Get your holiday guests their favorite drinks. 6 packs of Pepsi products, only $1.99, and only at Hy-Vee.
After a serious truck crash, you need a team who knows how to handle trucking cases and gets results. You need Gruber Law Offices. There's never a fee until we win. Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
I'm News 3 Now's Josh Spreiter. I'm visiting the people, places, and events that make this area one of a kind. Tell me what inspires you, and it might be featured on News 3 Now this morning.
In the 608, weekdays on News 3 Now this morning. You're watching News 3 Now at 10.
Today across the country, thousands of people showed their respect for veterans by giving a symbol of the holiday season. Wreaths Across America Day is a nationwide event to remember veterans by coordinating wreath-laying ceremonies. As our Catherine Merck reports, that event also made its way to Madison this morning at the Forest Hill Cemetery.
Across the country and right here in Madison, Wreaths Across America honors those who served. Thomas Broad is just one of those people with a veteran in his family.
My great-grandfather, who was a veteran of the Civil War, so it's in his memory that I joined this organization, the Sons, to remember him and the things he did.
He's here with the Sons of Union Veterans of the Civil War,
which is a group dedicated to keeping the memory of the Civil War veterans alive.
At Forest Hill Cemetery, they placed about 600 wreaths on graves with volunteers.
Wreaths Across America honors American veterans all across America and around the world, and because we are an organization dedicated to honoring veterans, we decided to join with their events.
Wreaths Across America says there's no better time to express gratitude for veterans than during the holiday season.
We're here to thank these men, but also wish them a Merry Christmas, a Happy New Year's, whatever greeting you want to give them. It's not a solemn occasion like Memorial Day is for men who died and men and women who died in combat, but it's just to remember that these people provided service to this nation.
It's an important message that every time of year, but especially now, it's important to honor those who served, both the community in Madison and the whole country.
Whether they were drafted or volunteered, it's something that we should be thankful for.
Reporting in Madison, I'm Catherine Merck for News 3 Now.
Let's get a look at your certified most accurate forecast with meteorologist Alex Harrington.
Yeah, thanks, McKenna. Let's start off with 3 takeaways, folks. The sun comes out tomorrow. I think maybe I need to sing a chorus from the musical Annie or something like that. As we go into your Monday, watching a little weather system that could bring a little light snow to the area. Not expecting much in the way of accumulation with that one, but I'm keeping an eye on this weather system for Wednesday going up into Friday. It's looking more and more appreciable. Of course, stay tuned to the station here, Channel 3000, and our weather app to keep on top of that storm. And as we head towards Christmas, Santa, it's going to be really cold across the state of Wisconsin, much of the upper Midwest, too. A couple snow showers still out there on Doppler track coming in from the north and from the west. But as you notice out towards Fargo and Minneapolis, less of that snow shower activity. And that's where our weather is coming from, the north and the west. Temperatures out there, whew, -4 in Fargo, 14 in Minneapolis, working our way into Wisconsin. We got a 20 here in Madison, 15 in Dubuque, 19 up in Marshfield. It's a little bit warmer off towards the east, 20s to near 30 degrees over Michigan. The cold air has yet to really hit them. As we take a look at how our temperatures have changed over the past 24 hours, it's 5 degrees colder than where we were at this point last night, but look at off to the west out towards Fargo. It's almost 20 degrees colder than it was this time last night. That's those blues. A little bit warmer up towards the UP of Michigan. They got the clouds and the snow shower activity up there, probably holding temperatures up just a little bit in that area. Wind chills, that's what it feels like to your skin. There's an invisible layer on your skin, and when the wind disrupts that, it allows the heat from your body to escape. That's why you feel colder, and that's why we call this the feels like factor, the wind chill. Only feels like 10. When I was outside in the patio, I felt it. It was 10 degrees outside. -2 in Dubuque, off to the west. Look at Fargo. Only feels like 24 below zero. Put future track into motion here. Got some good news as we go into your Sunday morning. Look at this. The skies will start to clear. So again, deceptively sunny on your Sunday. It isn't going to be very warm. And as we go into your Monday, future track showing a little light snow action. Again, not expecting much in the way of accumulation out of that. 12 tonight, temperatures are tumbling, mostly cloudy, colder. Those winds, they're a little bit gusty out there. Had a couple gusts when I was out there blowing that snow around, so keep an eye out for that. As we go into your Sunday, temperatures struggling to get to 20 degrees, winds west at 5 to 10 miles per hour. And that 7-day forecast, there's that midweek storm. Keep an eye on that. We'll be keeping a close eye on it here at the station. And behind that storm, temperatures really take a tumble. Look at that, below zero as we head out towards Santa's Day, out towards Christmas. McKenna, Santa's going to need an extra cup of hot cocoa, I think, as he makes his deliveries that Saturday night, and, well, I'll have to put an extra cup out for him.
Do you think that Santa's sleigh has seat warmers? Because it should.
Well, you know, it's 2020. It probably has all the latest inventions.
The elves are doing all the things to keep him warm, especially when he's flying over Wisconsin.
Absolutely. It'll be cold over much of the nation, too, so he probably won't be putting the shades or the shorts on until he gets way, way south to Florida.
All right, make sure to leave out an extra cup of cocoa for Santa, then.
Yep.
All right, thanks, Alex.
You bet.
And more news tonight. 2 days after being suspended on Twitter, several journalists have now had their accounts reinstated by the social media platform. On a Thursday, Twitter suspended certain accounts, coming after owner Elon Musk had falsely claimed some reporters had shared his exact real-time location. The controversy involved the reporting of a competing social media service that hosted a private jet tracking account following the location of Musk's plane. To many critics, Musk's action called into question his commitment to free speech. Those accounts restored include CNN's Donnie O'Sullivan, the New York Times' Ryan Mack, and others. Around the world now, as hundreds of stranded tourists wait for word on when they'll be evacuated from the city of Machu Picchu amid Peruvian protest. An American tourist there says the lack of information is what's most frustrating. 71-year-old Florida resident Catherine Martucci was on a group trip with 13 other Americans when Peru went into the state of emergency.
The lack of information and the sort of like, well, maybe this, maybe that, is very frustrating. We are extremely lucky that we have internet, we have cell service. I'm very surprised.
Martucci says her group was medically evaluated Friday morning and were told those of a certain age and on medication would be prioritized. They're told they'll be evacuated today, but there's no information that's been provided on if they were. Many tourists have decided not to wait around, according to Martucci, saying some of them walked out of Machu Picchu and hiked 8 to 10 hours through the remote terrain. Tonight, much of the country is facing a triple threat of flu, RSV, and COVID. And a new milestone this week as the U.S. recorded 100 million COVID cases since the start of the pandemic. CBS News' Michael George has the very latest with the holidays just around the corner.
The Buck family of Marin County, California is venturing out again after recovering from a bad outbreak of the flu.
It's been literally hell.
Just as Americans gather for the holidays, the nation is being gripped by a triple-demic of respiratory illnesses: COVID, the flu, and RSV. The CDC estimates there have already been 15 million flu cases, with nearly every part of the country reporting high or very high levels.
This is the season. It's hitting hard and early.
Some have reported difficulty finding cold and flu medicine and children's painkillers. COVID cases are also surging, though not as high as last year. The White House is once again providing Americans with free tests at covidtest.gov.
We preserved the tests so we could have them on hand for exactly this moment.
RSV hospitalizations remain high, putting a strain on hospitals. CBS News medical contributor Dr. David Agus says Americans should limit their exposure to others this week.
I don't want you sick and not being able to go to your family event. So as much as possible now, try to use caution so that we can all get together for those family events.
And Dr. Agus also says it's not too late to get your flu shot. It takes about a week to kick in, and remember, the flu season will continue for the next few months. Michael George, CBS News, New York.
Still out in sports, a local product is competing for the national title in Omaha. Jordan has highlights of Texas and Louisville when we return.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
All you have to do is point.
Yes!
1-800-GOT-JUNK can make it disappear.
And that's why they all start dancing.
Woo!
Call 1-800-GOT-JUNK.
Or visit 1-800-GOT-JUNK.com.
What's the matter, hon?
There's nothing to do.
You should check out Ho Chunk Gaming Madison, home with a 95% average payout.
And with so many slot machines, there's a game for every kind of player. They're right, honey. And with new promotions and reward club perks all the time, there are more ways to win than ever before. Find your fun and visit Ho Chunk Gaming Madison today.
Ho Chunk Gaming Madison.
Now, what is happening?
Ready, Dad?
All charged up.
This holiday season, Ford wants to help you shine bright with a special offer. Now, choose from a great selection of new Ford vehicles in stock and ready for delivery. Or place a custom order on select Ford vehicles, lock in your rate, and you're protected. I'm proud of you, kid. And that's how Ford is helping you shine bright. This season, choose FlexBuy on a 2022 Ford Escape or Edge and get 0% APR financing for 66 months.
Want your clothes to smell freshly washed all day without heavy perfumes? Try Downy Light In-Wash Freshness Boosters. It has long-lasting light scent, no heavy perfumes, and no dyes. Finally, a light scent that lasts all day. Downy Light.
Non-attorney spokesperson. This is a paid advertisement for legal services sponsored by Nightline Legal. Cases assigned on a random basis to participating law firms. If you or a loved one were stationed at Marine Corps Base Camp Lejeune between 1953 and 1987 and were later diagnosed with cancer, Parkinson's disease, or other serious health effects, call right now.
Call 1-800-336-0524.
Those brave men and women of our armed forces, generations of them. Why should today's burdens fall back onto them? They were there for us. Now let's be there for them. Your local Wisconsin energy providers and the Keep Wisconsin Warm Cool Fund are working together to deliver Wisconsin veterans in crisis heat, power, and help staying in their home. But they can't do it alone. Call to donate today.
To everyone who loves great food, let us make you a meal the Wisconsin way.
We cook each Butterburger to order for you and the people you love, so it's the best part of your day.
The best.
The best. And every creamy scoop of fresh frozen custard, pure happiness.
Pure happiness.
Pure happiness. Because where Culver's comes from, and the heart of America's Dairyland.
Our love.
Our love for fresh food is as strong as our love for all of you.
From Wisconsin with love.
Welcome to Delicious.
All you have to do is point.
Yes!
1-800-GOT-JUNK can make it disappear.
And that's why they all start dancing.
Woo!
Call 1-800-GOT-JUNK.
Or visit 1-800-GOT-JUNK.com.
Badger football has been making headlines these last couple of weeks with the amount of commitments that are rolling in. Well, of course, they did it again today. Former Oklahoma quarterback Nick Evers announced that he is coming to Wisconsin. Evers spent his freshman season behind QB1 Dylan Gabriel. Now, with Gabriel returning next season, Evers hit the transfer portal. The former four-star recruit was ranked one of the top 10 quarterbacks in the country coming out of high school, and he's going to arrive to Madison with 4 years of eligibility. The Packers have a lot going for them going into Monday night. The frigid temps have finally set in Green Bay. The team is fresh off a bye, so several of their players are back from injuries. Plus, they get to face a familiar foe. And they also happen to be the defending Super Bowl champs. The Rams do come to Lambeau in just a couple of days, and while the all-time regular season series sits at 46, 46-2, the Pack have owned LA in recent seasons, including playoffs. The Packers have won 7 of their last 8 meetings. Last November, beating them 36-28 at Lambeau. But how much does all of that recent success factor into this year's matchup?
You always want to know what you put on tape. I would say they're probably doing the same thing, studying us. But you know, every year's a new year. There's new pieces, there's new players out there, and you kind of evolve as time goes on as well. So I think it's just, you know, just part of it.
On the Packers' latest injury report, Aaron Rodgers, Romeo Doubs, and Darnell Savage were among those who had full participation today. Aaron Jones was limited, along with Elgton Jenkins, and David Bakhtiari did not participate. Okay, Packer fans, I know it's not the news you want to hear, but there's a new king of the North. After trailing by 33 points this afternoon, the Vikings came back, beat the Colts in overtime to complete the largest comeback in NFL history, and that helped them clinch the NFC North for the first time since 2017. Also to note in this game, former Badger Jonathan Taylor went down with an ankle injury. This comes after he injured his ankle earlier this season, and he missed 3 games. Now, staying on the subject of local products, Sun Prairie native Claire Chaussee and the Louisville Cardinals are in Omaha tonight, taking on Texas for the national title. Chaussee gets the match started with a kill. It's one of her team-high 12 kills on the night. Cardinals open on a 3-0 scoring run before the Longhorns answer back. They're going to break out the brooms, and then they will be crowned the 2022 national champs. Bucks back home and hosting the Jazz. Chris Middleton and Giannis are both out, but Drew Holiday makes his return. Bobby Portis, he gets going early, steps back for 2, and that's good for the lead. Minutes later, he throws down the hammer for more insurance on the scoreboard. Well, the Jazz rally back. It's actually tied up in the second quarter, and this is when Holiday just goes off. A 10-0 scoring run for him alone. That makes it a double-digit lead. 22 from Portis, 21 from Holiday. Bucks win it 123-97. High school boys hockey, Verona, fresh off a double overtime win against Middleton. They're trying to carry that momentum into tonight's matchup with Waunakee. But the Warriors get the early advantage. On a power play, Tate Schmidt sends it up front to David Emmerich, top shelf for the first goal of the night. The Warriors jump out to a 2-goal lead that Verona erases. They tie it up, take it to overtime, and they get the win 3-2.
All right, now, Jordan, you were talking earlier about the Badgers landing a new quarterback, Nick Evers, and while his new teammate is using the NIL to make a difference in his hometown. Running back Braylon Allen visited the Boys and Girls Club in Fond du Lac yesterday, and through his partnership with Outback Steakhouse, Allen was able to feed more than 100 kids there while also playing catch and signing autographs.
You know, any opportunity that I have to do something like this is always exciting. So, you know, I love food. So to be able to cater food in for people, for the kids here, is an awesome experience.
Always so nice.
It's so heartwarming seeing that. Like over the summer, he helped participate with some of his friends in those camps and everything, and he was just having a ball out there with the kids. So it's really cool to be able to see.
You always hear them too in interviews saying like this is like they're like it's not the field, like this is the best part. And I can only imagine like if you ever met like a 10-year-old boy, like this is like the best day of their life.
I know. And then they get the joy of it too. They're like it's just the joy of being able to connect with the kids and being able to see like have that impact and everything and use their platform for going beyond the field.
It's always such a sweet story.
It is.
Sweet little story coming out of the fact that Vikings broke a record tonight. So, sorry, Packers fans, at least we've got that. Final check, your first storm forecast is coming up when we return.
Stock up for the holidays this Friday through Sunday at Hy-Vee. Hy-Vee canned green beans, just 39 cents. And Hy-Vee corn, just 39 cents. Get up to 12 cans of Hy-Vee corn or green beans for your holiday recipes. Only 39 cents each, only at Hy-Vee.
Are you waking up in the morning with a sore jaw, headaches, maybe even ringing in your ears, all because you're grinding and clenching your teeth at night? That's exactly what was going on with me. That's when I found this, the Brux Night Guard. Now the Brux Night Guard redirects the bite force away from the back teeth, reducing jaw pain while still protecting the teeth. This unique design is what makes Brux Night Guard different from all other traditional grind guards. Go to BruxNightGuard.com and order yours today.
When moderate to severe ulcerative colitis persists, put it in check with Rinvoq, a once-daily pill.
When UC got unpredictable, I got rapid symptom relief with Rinvoq. Check.
When UC held me back, I got lasting steroid-free remission with Rinvoq. Check.
And when UC got the upper hand,
Rinvoq helped visibly repair the colon lining. Check. Rapid symptom relief, lasting steroid-free remission, and a chance to visibly repair the colon lining. Check, check, and check.
Rinvoq can lower your ability to fight infections, including TB, serious infections and blood clots, some fatal, cancers, including lymphoma and skin cancer, death, heart attack, stroke, and tears in the stomach or intestines occurred. People 50 and older with at least one heart disease risk factor have higher risks. Don't take if allergic to Rinvoq, as serious reactions can occur. Tell your doctor if you are or may become pregnant.
Put UC in check and keep it there with Rinvoq.
Ask your gastroenterologist about Rinvoq and learn how AbbVie could help you save.
You can get any phone you want. Any one I want? Any phone you want.
Connection is the greatest gift of all. At U.S. Cellular, we're offering any phone free for new and current customers, plus $100 to spend on accessories.
Deals of the year this Friday through Sunday. Get bacon for just $1.99. That's Hormel Black Label Bacon, just $1.99. And 10 Hy-Vee brats for just $10. Only $1 each and only at Hy-Vee.
This portion of News 3 Now sponsored by RG Heating and Air Conditioning.
All right, so you may have noticed a new face tonight, Alex Harrington joining us, but this isn't your first time on TV.
No. Did weather in Kansas for a couple of years, and now I'm back in Wisconsin.
And Kansas weather is a little crazy, but it sounds like our weather here is not the best right now.
Not right now, not unless you like polar temperatures. Let's take a look at what we're going to be expecting tomorrow. We're going to struggle if we're lucky to get 20, and then heading out into the 7 and the 10-day forecast. Look at those temperatures go down. Single digits below 0 in our forecast.
No, thank you. All right, thanks, Alex, and thanks for joining us tonight. Weekend Morning starts at 6:30.